Once upon a time, high in the twisting, green hills of America, lived a man named Sam. Sam was not like the other people. He had come here, deep into the forest, to be a ranger, a protector of the trees and the quiet. But mostly, Sam wanted to forget the scary things that happened to him long ago in the big, noisy city. He liked his days simple, his coffee hot, and his only company a silent, gray donkey named Gus. One morning, the sun rose slow, dripping gold onto the damp forest floor. Sam was checking his fence line when he saw it. It was a stain, dark and sticky, right on his fence post. Red. Sam felt a cold shiver run up his spine, like a spider walking on his back. Animals bled, yes, but this was too high, too thick. It looked like the blood of a man. He pushed Gus into a canter, following the invisible trail that led toward the place everyone in the hills feared. Widow's Creek. Widow's Creek was a valley always covered in a thick, wet fog. It was known for two things: the gold. A whole fortune of gold dust was lost there a long, long time ago. The lanterns. Almost every night, people saw strange, glowing lights floating silently in the fog, like big fireflies looking for something. People said they were ghost lights that led treasure hunters to a bad end. Sam found the trail leading right down to the creek. The hairs on his arms stood up. He felt a deep, inner voice, a whisper from his gut, that said, "Go back, now." But Sam was a ranger. He had to know. Part 2: Jed and the Hidden Cave. Sam reached the edge of the creek. The air was heavy and cold. He could see nothing but the thick, white fog, swirling like milk. Then he heard a sound. Tiny tink. Sam moved silently through the mist, holding his rifle tight. He found a small, hidden cave entrance, almost invisible behind a waterfall. Near the cave sat a very old man named Jed. Jed's face was like a rock, carved by 100 years of sun and silence. He wore clothes made of patched-up leather and looked like he was part of the mountain. Jed was bent over a metal bucket. In the bucket were 3 lanterns. They weren't ghost lights, they were metal lanterns with dark, thick glass. Jed was wiping blood off one of them. "You shouldn't be here, Ranger," Jed said, his voice like dry leaves scraping the dirt. "This is not your forest. The blood on my post is my business," Sam said, pointing his rifle low. "Who are you hunting?" Jed didn't move. "I am not hunting. I am protecting." Jed told a story that dug deep into Sam's mind. A century ago, 2 families fought over the creek's gold. It wasn't the gold itself they fought for. It was something they found with the gold. A gray, gritty dust that made people forget their families, forget their names, and made them fight each other until they died. Jed called it the forget dust. Jed's job was simple. Every night, he used the special lanterns to make the ghost lights. The lights were not meant to lead people to the gold, but to lead them away from the cave where the forget dust was buried deep inside a locked chest. "I found a man trying to dig up the chest last night," Jed whispered, pointing to the blood. "He was greedy. He almost broke the seal. I had to stop him." Sam looked at the cave, then at the blood. The greed for gold was strong, but the fear of losing his mind was stronger. Part 3: The Danger Rises. Suddenly, they heard voices coming from the ridge. Loud, rough voices. "Jed," Sam said quickly. "Did that man get away? The one you cut?" Jed nodded, his eyes wide. "He ran to town. He told them the ghost lights are real. He told them the gold is real." "They're coming for the gold," Sam muttered. But Sam knew the truth now. They were coming for the forget dust. 3 big, tough men burst through the fog. Their leader was a man with a hungry, angry look named Cole. "Ranger Sam," Cole sneered, looking at the lanterns. "Smart of you to find the lanterns. Where's the gold? The lights led us right to this spot. We saw the blood, so we know someone was close." Sam's heart thumped fast, like a hummingbird's wings. He had to make a choice. Tell the truth. Tell them about the forget dust and risk them not believing him, or even worse, becoming greedy for the powerful dust itself. Tell a lie. Pretend he was just finding the gold, and lead them to an empty part of the cave. Sam looked at Jed, who shook his head slowly. Do not tell them the name of the dust. Sam stepped in front of the cave entrance, blocking it. He felt the weight of Jed's secret on his shoulders. This was no longer about gold. It was about saving the town's memories. There's no gold here, Cole, Sam lied, his voice steady. Only a cranky old man and these broken lanterns. Cole laughed. A sharp, ugly sound. A cranky old man bled all over the ranger's post? You are protecting him. Get out of the way, Sam. We came too far for this. Sam raised his rifle. I am the ranger. I protect the forest. And this is where the trail ends. The suspense was thick. It was Sam, a man who just wanted quiet, against 3 hungry, dangerous men. He knew if they got inside the cave and found the chest, they would break it open. And if they breathed the forget dust, they would become violent, mindless ghosts, wandering the hills forever. Sam fired one warning shot into the air. Boom! The sound echoed through the silent forest, sending birds flying and the fog swirling wildly. The battle for the gold and the town's mind had begun. What happens next? The emotional climax. Sam and Jed fight the 3 men, using the twisting creek and the thick fog to their advantage. They don't want to hurt the men, they just want to scare them away from the cave. During the fight, Cole gets past Sam and reaches the cave. He sees the heavy, locked chest inside. Cole starts hitting the chest with a pickaxe, trying to break the lock and grab the gold. Sam has to dive into the cave and stop Cole before the dust escapes. He shouts, "It's not gold, Cole. It's the end of your memory. It will make you forget everything you love." In a moment of pure focus, Sam slams a heavy rock against the lock. The lock breaks, but the chest stays sealed. Cole, driven mad by greed, attacks Sam. Sam has to knock Cole unconscious, drag him out of the cave, and seal the entrance with rocks and mud, burying the forget dust forever. The other 2 men see Cole's desperate violence and flee, terrified by the dark, heavy feeling of the cave. Sam and Jed stand at the edge of Widow's Creek. The lanterns are broken. The cave is sealed. The secret is safe. Sam realizes he didn't run from his past. He ran to the place where he could finally become a protector. He made a home in the hills and saved a whole town from losing its mind. He finally felt quiet and not empty.